Chapter 2. When We Once Belonged to That Field. By Sally.LE. The carriage shuddered beneath Emma as it carried her toward the capital, toward a fate she could not yet imagine. She sank into memories of a past she had prayed never to recall. The scorching sun, high in the sky, drew her back to that day, the first day, before everything, in the field. The day a boy her age arrived in the village, barefoot, with the purest blue eyes she had ever seen. His clothes were dirty, unkempt, betraying his lowly station. Yet there was something in his gaze, something unlike any other child she had ever known, something that clung to her memory, despite her efforts to forget. Leonard's hand gently led him towards her, and guiding them both. Her father was a man of religion, a man of faith, a man she had loved quietly from the depths of her small world. Why did she remember him now? She remembered her father, the kind man who had never known cruelty, whose words were calm and prayers sincere, the man who had taught her that mercy was stronger than a sword, and that true faith is born of love, not fear. Leonard had taken the boy's hand, bringing him closer with a calm, reassuring smile, as he said the village would now be his home. Emma had not understood his words back then, but she felt, for the first time, that the field was no longer empty. Her chest tightened in the carriage. How had she ever forgotten the ending? Her father, the man who was killed, accused of heresy, simply because he had taught that mercy did not require a sword. He was given no chance to defend himself, and Emma no chance to say goodbye. The memories closed around her like an unseen grip, heavy, merciless. Everything had begun in that field, and before she realized it, the past had already reached the capital ahead of her. The boy's shy glances haunted her memory. He never spoke her name. Not then. Not ever in front of anyone else. The village children mocked him, excluded him, called him weak. And yet, she protected him. She shared her little cloak on cold mornings, wrapping him in warmth, even when she had none herself. She comforted him when he cried, pressing her hand softly against his trembling shoulder, whispering words only a child could believe. Shh. It's all right. You're safe here. You're not alone. Sometimes, she caught him staring at her from afar, eyes wide, cheeks flushed, lips pressed together in silent restraint. He dared not speak, for fear his words would shatter the fragile bond between them. He would kneel to help her with chores, let her pass first through muddy paths, and glance at her from the corner of his eyes, always shy, always careful, always reverent. Every stolen look, every hesitant step toward her. It became a language all its own. The days stretched into months, and with each day, the bond deepened. He did not know how to say what he felt. She did not know either. But in small acts, the sharing of a cloak, the comfort of a hand, the secret protection from teasing peers, they spoke louder than words ever could. The field became their world. The sun, the soil, the wind through the crops. Each corner held laughter, fear, hope, and care. And every memory, every glance, every whispered reassurance was a thread that tied them together. A thread stronger than the scorn of the village, stronger than their innocence, stronger than time itself. And yet, some memories were not gentle. He had cried beside her when the world grew too cruel. She had held him close as tears ran down his face, as though shielding him from every shadow, every injustice. And in those moments, the purity of his gaze, the fragility of his heart, made her own heart ache. The boy who refused to speak her name, who looked at her with shy, trembling eyes. He would become a memory she would never forget, even if the world demanded she erase it. Everything began in that field. And though years would pass, and destinies would twist cruelly, that field, those days, and that boy would haunt her forever.